Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 442 podcast. I'm Jose Mourinho, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Tommy Sondy.
That's me.
And the ravishing Tony O, who appears to be filming this from the inside of a closet. Why is it so dark on your end, Tony?
Yeah, so I am in a hotel room in Toronto. Not the best lighting. Yeah. Ravishing, I feel like you've used 3 or 4 times now. I think that's
what
your...
What can I say? I lean back and I think of Olivier Giroud. That's what comes to mind.
Do I think of Giroud as ravishing? I guess
yes,
I'm not...
You do.
Yes,
you
there's
do.
only
not
one
in your
answer
mind.
for that question right there, yeah.
Also, should I take offense to the fact that you were currently in Toronto and you did not tell me another person who lives in Toronto?
I think you should take offense. Yeah.
Yeah, we could have been recording this in person. You could have been sitting here next to me.
Nah, no chance. I wake up that early. I'm not in Toronto. I'm actually in Markham. But I was,
The lies continue. I see how it is.
I am not driving all the way 30 minutes at 7 a.m. to do this.
There's no traffic, right?
There'd be no traffic. Yeah, it'd be great.
I really love how a lot of Toronto guys are like, there'll be no traffic. No, it's fine. And then I get on the road and, there's traffic. Yeah.
Relative to other times in Toronto, there'd be no traffic.
Great.
Come on, Tony. You know that everything is relative.
Amazing.
Just wait until they build that tunnel that they're talking about, Ford was saying, and then, Tony, it'll be no problem.
Don't set me down this path. Don't set me down this path. I will take up our entire hour complaining about how stupid Doug Ford is. Build a fucking tunnel under the 401. Dumbass. Just stay in your fucking lane, Doug Ford.
Maybe we should stay away from this path then. Yeah.
There was
football. There was football this week.
I've got enough stuff to be. I was gonna say annoyed about with the football, but at this point it's just apathy. Man United 0, Tottenham 3. It's another week where we're gonna go in and say, "Oh, this is one of the worst performances under Ten Hag." Another week where we're gonna say, "Oh, dead man walking." Surely just a matter of time. So let's put the bets in. After what game week is Ten Hag getting fired? Tommy, let's hear from you.
No, he's sticking around the whole season. He's not getting fired.
Whole season?
Whole season.
That's. You know what? The odds on that would be astronomical.
Oh yeah.
Tony, after what game week is Ten Hag getting fired? For context, we have just finished up with game week 4.
This is game week 4? This can't be game week 4.
No, 6.
This is game week 5 or 6.
Oh, game weeks. Wow,
You've erased.
I am looking at Google's pull up of like the match days right now, and it says match day 4, and that's because I accidentally scrolled up, and that is my bad.
He took the
truly,
week off last week, so
you put something in front of me, I will just read it and say this is true.
Too trusting.
I think I said currently match week 6.
I think I said November for Ten Hag. I'm sticking to that. So like match week 12, 10, I don't know, whatever. At some point in November, he's been a
November does seem that's primo sacking season, like before Christmas.
And then Ruud's going to take over. That's been the plan.
Ruud is absolutely going to take over. That's not even a question. I think it might be even sooner than that. I think it will be match day 10 will be his last one in charge.
You have a crazy run coming up. What's really nuts about this is your start has been relatively comfortable. And you've managed to mess it up to this point. You had, who did you get? Tottenham just now, and you have Villa next week. Midweek, who do you have? Is it Porto?
I think you have Porto.
You have Porto.
That is our hardest Europa game after we fucked up the previous one already.
You have Mourinho to come.
I was going to say, don't you play Fenerbahce?
You play Fenerbahce.
At some point,
That's
in like 2 weeks.
That's box office.
Yeah.
Hey, if nothing else, you can never say that United are not entertaining under Ten Hag.
I don't even think they're entertaining. I mean, I know what you mean, but
no. Don't pretend like you weren't entertained yesterday.
it was
24 shots against, back to where we were last season.
Back to it.
Yeah.
Back to it,
the
baby.
Van de Ven run is just it's Rashford loses the ball.
No, if you watch the game against Twente last week, we let someone do that then too. It's a fucking
That's
rerun.
true. That's true. Yeah.
Please, Tony. Please keep up. Keep up with your lore. We've seen this before.
It's just Rashford loses the ball and he just keeps jogging forward. He doesn't run back. It was the weirdest thing, right?
Tony,
And
have you ever had controller drift? It's a fucking nightmare.
He has given
It's
up.
tough. It's tough to deal with controller drift.
Dallo
You just
doesn't.
keep going.
He just leaves Brennan Johnson backwards. Like he doesn't at any point get into a sprint. No one thinks,
Yeah,
this guy's running to our goal.
He saw him and he was just like, it's Gabriel Bonlahor. I can leave him.
Yeah. 4-4 for Gabriel Bonlahor, I think.
Yeah, they made him look really good
Yeah.
today. He had
They
one
did.
off the post in the first half.
Yeah, he did. He had an assist as well.
Assist. Yeah, I mean, it was 3-0 in the end, but
Could have
I
been 10.
mean,
I think with Timo,
We were-
Could have been
someone
10.
other than Timo
We were
in the end of
yeah.
those.
but the two things that kept this below a 6-0 were Timo Werner and Andre Onana,
Yeah.
because Timo Werner kept hitting the ball against Andre Onana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They had
that
a
was-
few one-on-ones. Yeah. It's just... You look at the names on United's team sheet and it's like, yeah, it makes sense that they're shit now because none of them are very good. De Ligt has been fine. I don't think Martinez is a center back. Matsuari's fine. Dallo's, meh. Your midfield sucks, by the way. Ugarte was a waste of money. It's like, I don't see what he's adding. Menu's
This
lost.
entire time, Menu is injured now. 'Cause we
And
brought
he's
him into
injured.
the crowd.
Yep, this is true.
Perfect.
We've, I don't know. At this point, like, the big thing for me was there's no, I don't know, anger or sadness when we lose. I'm like, it's just apathy. And it's going to remain like that while Ten Hag is still in charge. It's gone to the point where I'm just like, my thing is I'm always like, watching the football is a big part of my weekend. Now I'm just like, if a plan comes up while the football is on, while specifically the Man United game is on, I'm like, not the worst thing in the world, you know?
Yeah.
You just
like,
texting
yeah,
everyone.
Look,
Could I do something?
no. I don't look. I'm not at the point where I'm actively looking for other plans. But if a plan happens to overlap, like I missed the first 20 minutes of this game because I went out. I was getting brunch with friends, and I'm like, normally I'd be like, I gotta hustle to make it back for the start of the game, or like have it up on my phone. I was like, no, I'm gonna enjoy this brunch because I know what's coming after it.
Right. So then,
Very, very, very lost meal kind of vibes.
So then you
It's
saw the.
just I don't know. There's just apathy.
Did you see the red
you
card?
saw the red card from Bruno.
I saw the red card. Yeah.
I
What do you
think
guys
he's
think?
a bit. I think he's a
it's
bit
a-
unfortunate because he slips.
It's a harsh red, but again, I'm like, I don't care enough to rage against the referees for about it. I'm like,
See,
if we were a team that was worth anything, then maybe I'd get annoyed about it.
okay. See, I've been seeing a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's not a red. It's so harsh, But I'm like, yes, he slips. I'll give you that. But he then intentionally lifts.
Yeah,
his
that's the
foot
problem,
up
right?
to then put his studs
It's just
on.
his
player.
foot's high. He doesn't hit him with the studs. He hits him with the side of his foot.
Oh, does he? Okay. Well, it
Yeah.
looked like the other way. I'm just like,
No, see,
yeah.
that's the thing. I understand the ref giving it in real time, because in real time you'd be like, leg is high, probably studs. We've had the conversation about VAR, and I don't really want to retread it.
I don't think VAR
it's,
can. I don't think VAR can.
I don't think VAR can do anything.
Okay, assuming
That's-
VAR was useful, I don't think VAR can overturn the ref's decision on that. I think if the ref
Probably
gave a
not.
yellow, they would have stuck with the ref's decision as well, right? Like it's one of those
Yeah.
orange cards. I do think Bruno intends to catch him that high. I don't think it's excessive force, if that makes sense.
No, it's
just-
absolutely I don't
Yeah.
think absolutely not excessive force.
It's not excessive
I don't know.
force,
I think Bruno spoke pretty well about it afterwards. It was just like he's like, I think it was a yellow all day. I don't think it was a red, is what he said, and I inclined to agree with that. But you know,
he could use a rest.
I'm not gonna sit
that's
here
true.
and be like, "Oh, the red card is why we lost the game." We were so shit before the red card that it didn't matter.
I love how organized and how much spirit you guys showed down to 10 men. By the way, because that's all the gaslighting I've received in the past week from what was once respectable media about Arsenal's performance at Man City. 2 minutes in, I think in the second half you'd conceded, maybe 3.
Yeah, Kulusevski, nice finish.
Yeah, exactly what a respectable team would do.
Exactly, yeah, makes perfect sense. It was odd. The entire, I don't know. It's just odd. You don't look like you know how to press. I don't even think there's any point talking tactically about Man United. We know that they're terrible.
Well, they don't have proper tactics, so why talk tactically about them?
They're being backed. I saw this in the media now. Ten Hag being backed by Man United. And you know what? He's
That's
gone.
like the worst thing to say about a coach.
He's done. That means it's done.
I revised my
it's
statement.
done.
He might be gone next week.
No.
Next
Your
week.
statement is in the books, Tommy.
I want him to stay. That's the thing. We all want him to stay. Most of us.
No. Don't say we all.
Most of
Don't
us.
say we
Most
all.
of us want him to
Why
stay.
you? Don't lump me into this.
Most of us neutrals want him to stay.
Yeah.
Neutrals.
No,
There we go.
you're not fucking neutrals. You're not fucking neutrals. You were two boys who have been traumatized throughout their childhoods by Man United, and now you're getting yours.
Was Tommy traumatized? I don't think Tommy was traumatized.
I don't
wasn't
know.
traumatized,
You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
you were
definitely
the-
traumatized.
I've been traumatized the last
Yeah.
2 years. Is there 3 maybe now? Yeah.
I speak to a few Arsenal fans. They want Man United relegated. That's what they're dying for. It's like, I need Man United relegated.
Look, I get it.
12th.
Hey, I get it. We've ruined a lot of childhoods. It's understandable.
Yeah. Hey, 12th place, -3 goal difference. 5 goals scored. Hey, Cole Palmer
You know what that
has
mean-
more
hey,
goals
hey.
than United this season. Nice.
-3 goal difference means we will eventually get it. We will score some goals and get it back up to 0 because that is apparently how this team
by
works.
the end of the
Always
season.
at that 0
By
goal
the end of the
difference.
season, yeah. Okay.
We'll be up to 0. Positive days are on the horizon.
What was that? There was one last one I think Tony said about chances created at Old Trafford. It was like
Other teams have created other singular players have
players
created more
than
like from other teams.
Yeah.
It was Kulusevski, someone else on
just
Spurs.
damning
Maybe Brendan
damning
Johnson.
stats,
I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe probably Madison. All right, moving on from one disappointing side of Manchester to another strangely disappointing side of Manchester this week. Man City drawing 1-1 against Newcastle. Tony, I can hear you rubbing your hands together already. This man is excited. This man saw Rodri go out for the season and he smells blood in the water. Take it away.
No, I mean, listen, Rodri's their, if not their best player, he's the most important player. And he's really important for defending transitions, which Man City are very prone to creating when they try to be adventurous. And I think we could see they were never really in full control of the game, right? They scored first. I can't remember now who got the goal.
Vardiel. It was
Vardiel.
nice little
Vardiel is a
comeback,
good finish. Yeah, he's got a nice streak to that, to his game. But I didn't think Man City had that many chances of their own, right? Like, I don't remember Haaland having any real chances. Don't remember. I mean, Foden's been quiet when he's played. Bernardo Silva, but
They looked Man City
Once.
looked very quiet until they brought on Doku and Savinho for the last 10.
yeah, which I was surprised that they didn't start. Considering, I mean, squad rotation
Yeah.
kind of makes sense, but yeah, I watched Foden in midweek and he's not right at the moment.
Yeah, he's not starting in the league the last few games either. So
No.
something's not something there.
He was dealing with some kind of illness at the start of the season. I wonder if
Yeah.
it's like just fitness knock-ons from that.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of grief given to Gordon for the penalty. I don't know. I think that's a penalty.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Even if he doesn't really catch him fully, you've fully...
It's one of those we've seen these given
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd contest that as being a penalty. He's prevented him from being able to play the ball by diving at his feet, and there is a tiny bit of contact. Maybe he goes down, but who cares?
It's one of those that strikers are always gonna get.
Should have been another one as well.
The one on Joe Linton.
I think that's more of a penalty, if anything.
That's almost a counterpoint. Joe Linton is a prick, and I like it when he doesn't get stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, we'll see. Newcastle away, a point's not the worst result. So it could be one of those where it's not as bad as we think. But I think they win that this time last season. Probably this time last week. So, yeah, we'll see.
I mean, I was curious to know how City would line up without Rodri. So they had Gundogan, Kovacic, and Lewis was the midfield, I believe, right? Was Lewis in there?
Lewis. Is that how they draw the graphic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Rico Lewis is a midfielder. He's just been playing fullback, to be fair. Yeah. But he's naturally a midfielder.
And then we had for Newcastle, like Tonali, Bruno, Joelinton in midfield. That's a strong midfield to have to get through, and they showed it. Like they were tough to beat in the second half. City in the second half were pretty poor. But yeah, I mean, I would say Newcastle away for a point. I would take it. I would. They're a tough team to play at home for sure, and they haven't been great this season. Maybe this is the starting point for them, where they kind of rip things into gear. I don't know, but good point.
What happened to so Isak was injured, right?
Toe.
Then he came back last week. Oh,
he hurt his toe.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. I got him in all my fantasy teams. That's how I know it's a toe injury. And that's why he's not playing.
Yeah, I think I dropped him after match week 1, man. He's just not getting me points. So
he's got to stay fit. That's his issue right now. He's got to stay fit. What do we know when KDB is back from his injury spell? Anything? Any word on that? No, nothing.
No, not really. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because City...
KDB has the air of a man who is regretting not taking the Saudi money this summer.
He'll still get offered it if it's there next season.
Yeah.
No. The offer will absolutely still be there, but he seems a little extra annoyed. Like, he's always a little bit annoyed. But between the stuff going on with Belgium right now...
I think that's what's really...
Extra annoyed.
That's what's really ticking him off. It's the Euros performance, and he's receiving a lot of flack in the media, but to be expected.
Yeah, I mean, hey, always nice to see City drop points, give everyone else a chance before they brutally take it away by winning every single game between February and May. Let's move on to the team that is hoping to take advantage of that chance, and did so this weekend. Arsenal 4, Leicester 2. A tougher day out than I think most people anticipated for Arsenal.
Yep.
Especially because you were, 2-0 up?
2-0 up.
At one point?
Yeah, we have this thing where at home we are just not as defensively focused as we are away. I think I said this at some point in the pod last season, that defensively I really trust us to not concede. At home we find ways to just concede these bizarre goals. I mean, the first one's fortunate. If anything, it deflects in off Havertz. The second one's a brilliant
strike. That's just a great fucking goal. Also, hands up, who saw James Justin producing that?
He's a good player.
He's a good player. Yeah. But he is no. If
he
you
will
thought
never
he was
do
going
it
to
again.
Score that goal,
that's a sweet flush hit.
It's one of those.
Hit that again, It's crazy.
I will say, I never thought we weren't going to win that game. I think both goals came in injury time. I never thought we weren't going to win. The rate at which we were creating chances, I think we had 36 shots or something.
17
and we had
too, I think,
Yeah, 17. The keeper, what's his name? Hermansen? He made a lot of really, really good saves. 13 saves he made in this game.
Someone joked that Leicester at halftime went out and signed Prime Buffon.
Prime De Gea. The last time that record, anyone got to close to that record was De Gea against us in that.
I remember that game.
Yeah, that 3-1 game where he just went supernova. Yeah. Yeah. In the end, set piece FC paid off again.
I mean, with Arsenal's corner rate, if you give them 17, one of them's gonna go in.
Here's the thing with Arsenal corners: majority of them go back post.
No.
Yeah, they do.
Right
majority
now,
of
at
corners
the
go
moment,
back post right now. Just mark
at the
post.
moment,
just put 3 guys there. Just do it.
Then we will play it near post.
No, you
right?
you won't.
That's the problem.
You'll still be going back post because you have so much success. Either if it's Gabriel or whoever it is, someone there at the back post to try and get a chance in it. Yeah.
The most dangerous place to concede a header is the near post, right? That's why defenders, when they mark zonally, they plug the near post. And it's not like, I think it was Trossard that scores. He's the tiniest player on the pitch, right? Like, although, what's his name? Calafiori and Gabriel did have really good chances from headers.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think the Trossard one ended up going down as an own goal, right? Because it bounces off Ndidi and goes in.
I think it's one of those that will be reversed, and we won't get fantasy points for it. And I'm not salty about that at all. Yeah, because it's on target. And
do you have Trossard in your fantasy?
I have Saka.
Oh, okay.
Right. Actually, you know what? I would like the points because I also have Saka.
Yeah. So
send me those points in the mail, please, FPL. I need them desperately. My team has not been good.
Yeah, I've been looking at the tape, but I couldn't find you guys. I guess I didn't.
Okay, Tommy.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Is this a we're lower down the table joke or a Tommy can't read joke?
Either one you want. Either one you want.
This boy could be illiterate.
I think you guys made a mistake of not having Mr. Palmer in your team. Is that maybe the problem?
I will be having Palmer from here on, but my main mistake has been not captaining Haaland a few weeks in a row. And
that's like a rookie, right?
It finally paid off because he didn't have the best weekend. Yeah. Anyhow, we were talking about something else before Tommy.
You talk about that Martinelli has scored. Another goal too. So maybe he's finding his form again for Arsenal after a long time.
He's had a good few weeks. Maybe not in terms of output, but he's had a few good. Like he looks like he's coming back into form, which is good because we really need that from him. And Calafiori has really, he's changed the dynamic on that left hand side. I really enjoyed he and Timber's performance. There is talk that Calafiori might have picked up a knock in the last game, strained a knee or a calf or something. So that's one to watch. But
you actually had a question.
Yeah.
What is Ben White injured? Because he didn't start against City and he's not in the squad. He's injured. Okay.
He is injured. Yeah. He's been playing with an injury, and he never tells anyone when he's injured. He just plays through it.
Gotcha.
He's been playing with an injury for like 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he know that there was a summer break and he could have stopped?
I mean, he did stop. He quit England.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Injured something else. But,
I see.
hey,
Okay.
we have the depth to deal with it, but we're at our limits at the moment. We need players to come back. Tomiyasu for one. But, anyway. Yeah. We've probably done this game to death.
Yeah, this is not the only game that ended 4-2 because Chelsea played Brighton and ended up winning 4-2 as well. The first half of this game is some of the most batshit football I have seen since the last time Chelsea did this shit against Wolves.
That's Chelsea. Yeah, that's Chelsea football.
I will, from here on out, be watching every single Chelsea game because it's just box office. There's just stupid stuff happening all over the pitch. It's fantastic.
Cool.
I really enjoyed it. Palmer's free kick, by the way.
Oh, it's a
great free kick.
Yeah,
beauty right there. Yeah, it was Cole Palmer 4 and Brighton 2. That's what it was. It was in Chelsea. Let's be honest here. Yeah.
I mean, it could have been Cole Palmer 6. He had a couple disallowed as well.
Yeah. Actually, before he even scored, and that was when it was 0-0. Yeah, when disallowed too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for this game, really, we should just talk about Palmer. Like, guy's a special player. You know what I mean?
We could talk about Sanchez.
We could talk about Sanchez.
Yeah, Sanchez did
How many? What? 8 or 9 goalies in your squad over the summer, and you still end up with this guy? What's happened here?
Sanchez. Yeah, why not? So the first goal, he decides to come out from. He was like on his goal line. The ball was in the top of the box. It's like, yeah, I'll come out for that. Yeah. Nowhere near
it's
it.
It's so funny on the replay. You can see him enter the frame when the ball is already past.
He doesn't even look. I think he just puts a blind arm forward like Superman or something like that, and then that's it. Yeah, I just got to be a still of him just looking the opposite direction of where the ball is, and then at the second goal, he just gives a pass right to the right player, like in the box, right?
He just gives it away.
Like
man thought he was still playing for Brighton.
Yeah,
he's done that so
I've
many
seen that
times.
a few times from Sanchez. Yeah, I don't know. Like I just don't get it. We have a lot of goalies. I thought he was dropped for what was it, Petrovic last season because he was crap, so he came in. And now he's back. I don't understand why.
You know what? I think it's about time that podcast hero Eddie Beach gets a chance.
Yeah, I don't even think Eddie Beach does goalkeeper training. I think he's just there, like in the clubhouse, walking around. Do you
think he's just there and people forgot that he's on a contract?
I do think so. I think he's just kind of like playing it cool there. Be like, okay, no one's noticed. I'll just keep getting the food here. I'll do my massage, do my physio. I'll go home. I'll come back tomorrow. Hopefully, no one notices. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's like that. Yeah, there's no room for him on the pitch to do any training, so he can't risk it, you know?
Hey, I mean, like, what's his name? Graham Potter was coming out and saying, like, yeah, we had guys, like, changing on the dressing room floor and stuff, and we didn't have enough seats. Yeah. Beach is 100% one of those guys.
Definitely. But yeah, you know, I mean, Palmer got 4 goals. I thought Sancho was pretty good this game as well on the wing. You know, it may be, sadly for Nkunku, this may be our go-to front four.
Starting lineup,
yeah, with Madueke.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't even see how Nkunku gets with Jackson up top. I don't see how he gets in now. It seems like this is the 4 that is going to stay up top, and it's working. That's the thing. They're scoring goals. And how can you argue against that, right?
Where is what's wrong? Lavia, he came on. I'm surprised he's not starting more games. Right, like
Tony, I don't think he can physically start more games. He's hurt so often that he is constantly coming back from an injury.
Yeah, it might be. I mean, that's a fair point, right? He's injured a lot, and you know, for me with Chelsea, like if we could just find that starting 11, and if it works, you know, there's no need to change it. Without Sanchez's errors, this should have been a Brighton report. Let's be honest here. It's not like Brighton were as good as
they had 15 shots to go. They were terrible, but they still have found a way to get so many chances.
Every time, it felt like Brighton were turning the ball over in their own half every 10 seconds.
Yeah,
it was, especially in the first half. Second half, things calmed down a little bit on both sides, but the first half, I don't know, like Brighton got let off the hook. They could have been 5 down at half time, and I don't think they would have been able to complain. They were genuinely atrocious.
Oh yeah. And I think Palmer is now the first player ever to score 4 goals in one half of football, which is, I mean, it's a crazy stat. He scored 4 goals, do it in one half.
Is that true?
That's what I heard. That's what everyone's been saying on the news. In one half.
Didn't Berbatov score?
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer scored 4 goals coming on as a sub, so it might be the first player to score 4 goals in the first half.
Maybe. First half. Maybe that's what it was. First half. Okay. That was probably it then. I just saw half. I'm like, okay, cool.
I think Berbatov, when he scored his 5, scored a bunch of them in the second half.
Yeah, against Blackburn, right, or something. I can't remember. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Chelsea. What is that? 4 wins for us now. 4 wins. Yeah, draw and tie. Like
I told you, I think you guys will I updated I think it will be Chelsea. In 4th place.
Yeah, I mean,
and pretty comfortably.
Like I'm definitely liking the performances and the fact that we're scoring. we've had a fairly easier schedule though. This run-in. We haven't really had to play anyone super challenging. City was a loss.
You are beating...
No problem, right? No problem. But besides that...
You can only beat what's in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. You are winning the games,
yeah.
right? So, I don't think you'll win that many games against the top teams. You'd cause some trouble, but I don't think you'll win that many games, and that's fine. That's usually what happens with a Champions League team,
Yeah.
So
it's coming up. We got Liverpool, Newcastle, United, and Arsenal. They're all coming up in the next month.
No. Why are we counting us? Don't count us.
You will slap
Why are you counting
United.
us? You will absolutely destroy us.
Yeah.
The fact that you can score a goal immediately puts you out of reach for us in most games. We don't score goals.
We don't play till November 3rd. There may be someone new in charge at that point, so that's why I'm putting that in there.
It's the same players. It's the same players. No, it's the same players.
Okay.
They're not. Yeah, they're not very good. It's just not very good.
Gotcha. Okay, well, hey.
It's crazy the amount of work that the next manager is gonna have to do to fix the mess that Ten Hag has made. I know we're not even doing the United section, but that squad is so badly constructed. I feel bad for Ruud, but yeah.
Thomas Tuchel is still
Is what it is.
Go for him.
Thomas Tuchel, so we have to do the same teardown in a year and a half to 2 years.
Just give it a Ruud. Let him be there.
Just give it a
3 or 4
Ruud.
years.
Give it Ruud. Yeah.
Sack him afterwards.
Put on a t-shirt, eh?
Pretty much.
Ruud. Yeah.
It'll be the new give it Giggsy till the end of the season.
The new Ole. Yeah, the new Ole.
Hey, I had fun while Ole was in charge.
There you
Ended
go.
badly, but it was fun.
I mean, he's not
best.
managing it right now, is he? I think he's.
No, he's not.
They asked him.
They asked him.
They asked him the question.
He's being linked to Norway now.
He's being linked.
Well,
he's being weekly linked to United. He said, if family comes calling, you always say yes. So.
For his sake, I hope we never call him again because the amount, he looked so young when he took over, and he looked so old in the 2 years that he was here. Let's move on. Ipswich to Aston Villa to a fun game on a Sunday morning. This one.
Yeah, I think Ipswich would be disappointed.
They would.
Villa were there for the taking. Yeah. I'm really enjoying Liam Delap's performances this season. He was very highly rated at Man City, and
he is, if I'm not mistaken, he's Rory Delap's kid, right?
Yes, he is.
Wait, actually,
it's one for you Barclays men lovers out there.
Actually, I was like, is he related to Rory Delap? There's no way. There must be so many Delaps in there.
He is. He is. Yeah. Yeah, he's been really good. I mean, the second goal was excellent. Created the space. Shifting it to his left foot.
And then he made Diego Carlos, he took Diego Carlos' pants down on that one too, right? He shifted one away. I gotta say, every time I watch Diego Carlos play on Villa, he always puts in a shit performance, man. This guy, I never see him.
He's not very good.
Performance, man.
Yeah,
never. But
he's aggressive. I think he's left-footed. I think that's about it.
That's
his qualities.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Ipswich scored first. Did they score first?
Yeah.
They did score first.
Yeah, and then
Villa hit back
goals
very quickly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was glad to see Morgan Rogers score. I really enjoyed watching
that was a
him
good
play.
goal. The interplay between himself and Ollie Watkins was good though. But
Watkins is also he started the season off rough, but he is rounding into some form now.
Yeah, he's back in form.
I mean, the exciting thing for Villa is they play Bayern in the Champions League in their next game.
Is that exciting?
A lot of fun. I think that's exciting. You're coming at this from a completely wrong. You think about it from the perspective of Villa fans.
It is exciting.
You're playing Bayern Munich.
Are they hosts?
You haven't been in the Champions League for how long? I believe they are hosting.
Okay.
They're at home. Okay, so that will be exciting. Going to the Allianz, I don't think that's exciting in this. I think Bayern are in crazy.
I think you'd still be excited even if you're going to the Allianz. You'd expect to lose, but you would be. You get to see your team that you supported for however many. They were in the championship not long ago.
I think if you asked Villa fans if they could play young boys 8 times in the group stage and qualify,
absolutely,
they take that.
Yeah,
absolutely, they take that.
I hear what you mean about the prestige. Yeah. But at home, there's a chance. I don't really think so.
I fully expect them to lose, but I think it'll be a good night out for Villa fans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, going back to this game, Ipswich, I'm impressed with them. They're a team that's not really scared or like, oh, we're just gonna sit back. No, they're play some attacking football. They're not afraid to take teams on, and it showed in this game against Villa. They were pressing for the win. So for me, it's actually good signs for them going forward in the season, I think.
They are the best of a very bad bunch that have come up. They're the only ones I think that have a chance of staying up. I think Leicester.
It's no wins yet.
They need to win
them,
a game,
but they do have 4. They have 4 draws out of 6, which to start off a season is not bad for a newly promoted.
The good
team.
thing is this: Wolves, Southampton, Leicester also do not have any wins this season. So they're teams struggling out there. Look at Everton. Everton got their first win.
But Everton will be fine.
Yeah, but
Everton are not going down.
They went from bottom to 16th, 15th now. You know what I mean? It's a very congested bottom there. But Everton, now after...
If I asked you to name 5 players on Southampton, could you name 5 players?
Bednarik, I know, plays on Southampton because he's Polish. That's how I know, and then I'm done.
I know. You're done. Wow. Okay.
Tommy, for future reference, Tyler Dibbling does look quite exciting.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll get the information. Okay.
They got Aaron Ramsdale in net.
They have Ramsdale. I could name 5, but my point was just it's a very championship squad.
It's Southampton are that team that I fully expect to go back to.
Oh, Adam Lallana is
the moment they came up.
Okay, Lallana.
Imagine that. That's where they're at. Signing, soon to retire. Well, anyway, he's there for experience, but yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
nice. Mm-hmm.
Any other further thoughts for this week's Premier League? Anything else crazy happened?
I mean, it's not Premier League, but you will have noticed the LAFC jersey that I am wearing today. There is only one name that could be on the back, and that is because your boy and mine, Olivier Giroud, is an MLS Open Cup champion. He has been in LA 5 minutes, already won a trophy, scored in the final. You love to see it. You just love to see good things happen, don't you, in the world? It's difficult out there now, so we gotta savor these moments while we have it. Ollie G is not long for this footballing world, and I'm going to cherish every moment he has left.
So shy for a second. Yeah. Ole Gunnar, I'm like, what? What happened to Ole?
I said Ollie G, relax.
Yeah. It's a very nice kit. I like the color combo.
Little gold and silver trim on it. Yeah, it's very nice.
You know what? I haven't actually seen. I know that they won the MLS Cup, but I just look at the MLS standings. So I know the season's still going on. LAFC are 2nd place in the Western Conference behind the Galaxy, and Inter Miami are actually top. I did not know they were actually doing well. Whoa. They're actually the best team in the league.
It's something about having the entirety of 2009 Barcelona.
I thought they'd be too old to keep it up, but they are.
No, come on.
It's the MLS, man. It's the MLS.
Come on.
I know, Tony, you're right. I have not watched MLS. This is the first time I've seen the standings. I've not watched it.
No, but ever. I mean ever. Like, Zlatan goes there at 40 and scores from the halfway line on his debut. Like, come on. I mean, great tournament.
In Zlatan's defense, he came back to Milan afterwards, and he was still contributing to their last title win.
Yeah,
Wait, did he not go to United? Was he go to the Galaxy after United or before
United? Galaxy before. After United.
Okay.
United was before Galaxy. Yeah. He was in good nick. I think
it was after he tore his ACL.
Yeah. Okay. At United, that's when he, thought it might be time to retire, and then he realized he was still.
He did He did a very fun Hot Ones interview a few weeks back.
I didn't.
I was surprised by how much he struggled with the spice. I thought he'd be one for spicy food, but apparently not.
He's from Sweden. What fucking
he's
spicy
not
food
from
do they have?
Sweden, man. He plays for Sweden.
He grew up in Sweden.
He grew up in Sweden. That is true. Yeah.
Your palate is affected by where you grow up.
Mm. Yeah. He did say Damascus slipping with his spices. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the fun thing about those interviews.
Yeah.
Once you get to the back end, just seeing people
no,
like
but he was struggling
from
the first one, from the
very
first
having
first
a bad
one.
time.
Like, yeah.
That's the Sweden. That's how I'm like, yeah. Sure, your family may not be Swedish, but you, my boy, are Swedish.
If you struggle with the first thing, you might just call the interview there. Like, hey guys, we're calling it. That's it. It's not getting any better.
I'm pretty sure they had to cut a scene out where he just needed to regain his composure. It was hilarious. Yeah.
Nice.
Right at the end. But
all right. Oh, elsewhere as well. Jose Mourinho is up to his old tricks in Turkey. To protest a referee decision at Fenerbahce. He pulled up a replay of the said decision on his laptop or tablet or whatever and set it down in front of one of the cameras. Yeah. It is phenomenal work. Late stage Jose is I love it. I love it. He's no, but he's speed running it now. Like he is crankier. He's got a lovely tan going now that he's in Turkey. Get some warm weather, some beaches, and long may it continue. He didn't need it. He didn't need it.
Just get it anyway. Why not?
A backup.
When in Rome. He.
No. He's in Turkey. He was in Roma before.
Okay.
So you already had the tan then. Yeah. I know they played. So Galatasaray and Fenerbahce played each other last week. And Galatasaray won, and their media dubbed him the crying one because he was complaining a lot in that game. But now look at the standings; they're only 3 points back, which because Galatasaray messed up.
That could be the thing that decides it, though.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Because they're always very close.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, they brought him in because they haven't won the title in a long time, hoping this guy's going to do it. Still got a chance. I'm just looking forward to Fenerbahce versus United.
Was it Fenerbahce that were unbeaten last year and still didn't win the title?
That's what I was about to. That's what I was about to say. Like Fenerbahce put up an insane point total last year and still lost the title.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah,
to Galatasaray.
It's usually just those two teams all the time. But I mean, Galatasaray now has Victor Osimhen, right? And they've got Icardi, I believe. They got a crazy amount of players, I should say, but
lost one game last season.
Okay,
it was just one game, and that game lost them the title because they lost it on 3 points. So
it's actually wild,
crazy, Anyway,
well, team.
Uncle Jose.
I was gonna say the team that went unbeaten, Leverkusen last year. They had Bayern. Nice. It was a great first half. I only watched the first half of this one. There's a couple of great goals in the first half of this game. Pavlovic had a stunner for Bayern.
Andrix was not bad either.
It was a good goal. It was a good goal. Yeah.
That was their first attack. Really.
Yeah, they just sat back and then scored.
Yeah. They're not as free flowing this season, but still a good watch. I think Bayern will comfortably win the league this year. I haven't checked the table. I'm assuming they're first.
Yeah, they are, but it's close. Everyone is close.
Yeah.
However, though, I think Harry Kane picked up a bit of an ankle injury in this one. So that might be a bit of a spanner in the works because he has been in ridiculous form so far this season.
It's always an ankle with Harry Kane. It's always the ankle with him.
Yeah. I mean, he's supporting
and I will tell you from experience, once you start hurting that ankle, it becomes real susceptible to re-injury.
Yeah, we all know.
It's not great.
Yeah. Our ankles are not the best, that's for sure. But yeah.
Mine click so loudly you can hear me from a room away when I'm coming. There is a warning sign when I am approaching a room. You just hear clicks off in the distance.
Yeah, that's my knee. My knee's like that. Or used to be. It's, smoothed out recently.
So the company appointment for Bayern has so far looked actually like pretty good. They've done well in the Champions League. They've done well in the league. They're scoring a lot of goals. That's the thing about this Bayern side. They score a lot of goals. So yeah.
Yeah,
so far,
we'll
so good.
see. Long way to go still.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so far it looks like he at least knows what he's doing. But he has to win. Anything other than that,
Of course.
won't fly. Right. So
Yeah, we can imagine another season where Bayern and Kane do not win a title. That would be something else. I'll say that for sure. Yeah.
I would love it. Yeah.
It would be pretty
It
funny.
would be pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see what would
Yeah.
happen. It would also continue Kane's poor streak of not winning shit.
Mm-hmm.
Every single individual award, nothing else.
Yeah. Might as well go back to Tottenham. I mean, I hope he doesn't go back to Tottenham, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a Premier League game going on today.
There is,
that
isn't there? Yeah.
I had forgotten about until Tony, you mentioned Southampton. They
That's
play
right.
Bournemouth today.
That's what you mentioned them. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Are we hazarding any
we should.
predictions on this one? All right, 3-1 to Bournemouth.
Wow.
What do you mean, wow? What?
Southampton are
Who's
terrible.
scoring for-
They're
who's
terrible at
scoring 3
scoring
goals
goals,
for
and they are.
What do you mean?
Fucking anyone.
It doesn't matter.
Anyone?
Man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Semenyo will get one, maybe. I don't know, man. What's their new guy? Evan Nielsen? Maybe he'll
Yeah, Evan
score.
Nielsen's
Southampton
pretty
are
good.
generous like that.
Everyone else is
Southampton are
pretty
generous.
good.
They're a generous team.
I think
Fucking
3-0.
Adam Smith. Why not?
All right.
Let
3-0.
anyone
3-0.
score.
2-2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
You
I don't
all-
rate Bournemouth.
okay.
Sorry guys. 2-2. Yeah.
No, look, I don't think Bournemouth are anything special. I just think Southampton are that bad.
Okay. I'm saying
It's a derby,
I'm still saying
so-
2-2.
It's a South Coast derby. You never know. That could mean something. But
Good luck to Southampton.
I think they're getting slapped. Yeah. They could be one. We'll see how today goes, but they could be one to.
Are
They
they
have
going to be
1
put
point
on
already.
Derby County?
The
watch?
Derby County, yeah.
Tony,
I don't know, I just
Tony's
think-
favorite thing, I think,
I-
is just like, can we have a really shit team that can wreck on every week and maybe get that record?
Hey, we get one every season that we think is going to be Derby County levels, and then it never ends up being quite
Like,
as
who was
bad,
it?
which really
That's-
puts
who
into
was it last
perspective
season?
How bad that team was, yeah.
Last
Who
year
got
was
relegated last season.
fuck.
We had Luton, we had
It wasn't.
all the teams that came up.
Yeah,
So-
Luton. Was it Sheffield?
It was Sheffield
Yeah,
United
Sheffield.
were
It was
the
Sheffield.
were the
That's the team.
contenders,
Man,
but they
Sheffield
managed to
United, they
pull
were
it.
bad.
Yeah.
Like when we started the podcast initially, we looked at Norwich and we're like, "There's no way they even get." They were finished with less points than Derby County did, and they beat them like by a full 5-6 points. It was comfortable.
See, Sheffield United were close. They had 16
Sheffield United
points.
were close.
16 points.
Derby's
is
was what 13 less,
11 or 12.
11
yeah.
or 12.
Yeah. Let me do a quick check here.
I don't know, man. No one's ever quite.
That is a
at
very
that level.
tough record
That-
to beat.
Derby County, I think, won one game that season in 38.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Like, it's astonishingly bad stuff. They had Roy Carroll in goal. That's all I remember about them. They had Roy Carroll, and I think
I remember
they had
Earnshaw.
Robert
They had
Earnshaw.
11 points.
Yeah.
11, that's impressive. 11
That's,
points is impressive.
Like when you say a team's going to be Derby County bad, I'm like,
They had Robbie Savage in midfield.
Jesus
They had,
Christ.
Yeah, Robert Earnshaw. They conceded 89 goals, which I feel like Sheffield United conceded more.
Sheffield
than that.
United conceded
They were
100.
100, yeah.
Yeah.
Triple digits.
Yeah.
Which,
So-
you know what? Yeah, because
That's
Sheffield United
impressive.
set the record for the most goals conceded. That's what happened.
Yeah. 104 they
So
conceded.
Southampton has their work cut out for them to break these records. So,
Yeah. What are they doing?
let's
Getting
go,
a
guys.
point
Come on.
already?
Too early. Let's do it.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta make sure you don't have any points just in case you upset someone at some point. You know, something crazy happens. But
I think they're comfortably better than Sheffield United were last season. So
yeah.
expect them to get 20 points, which is a shame.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. It is. Maybe one day we'll get to see someone match Derby County. But yeah, aside from that, follow us on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok at 44Took. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. As always, thank you for joining me, Tommy.
Yeah, pleasure. I had enjoyed it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for joining me, Tony.
Good stuff, boys. Enjoyed the chat as usual.
Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.